Hey, what up everyone? I'm Sinnycool and this is Gems of War. And today we have a new mythic troop, the Void Dragon, exclusive to Glory Gem Guild and VIP chest for 1 week only. And we'll be trying to get it here and then make some teams for it. First thing you always want to do is restart your game. I just did that. And then after that you want to check your guild, chat, make sure everybody's getting it. If you don't have a guild, I would recommend getting a guild, but yeah, go to global or something. Some way to check and make sure everybody's getting it, which it looks like they are, so no problems there. Alright, who do we got here? Funky Town, Efley, Lego Man, the Professor, Florian. Alright, so I got that. Let's jump into the chat. Ooh, I better put it on the, I'm not gonna use that thumbnail. That was just a little joke. You know how it goes. I'll make a different thumbnail later, maybe. I thought it was funny. And truth. And the truth. But, you know, it had its shine. We'll put it, we'll not do that for all time. It had its little 12 hours. Maybe people need pictures to understand. That's all I was like, maybe they just need me to, like, draw them a picture and so they understand. Because they don't understand the words coming out of my mouth. But, you know, let's draw them a picture of the situation. Anyway, go to my channel. I got a fan going because everything's going wrong this morning. That's why I haven't been, didn't get on at 10. Everything. Computer crapped itself. The PlayStation crapped itself. I had an errand to run and I got back late, and then once I got back, like, that's when the computer crapped itself, and then after I got the computer figured out, the PlayStation crapped itself. You know how it is. But yeah, Funky Town, Efley, Lego Man, Professor, Florian, Mark, Sana. And Funky Town was first. Efley says morning, Lego Man, ahoy. The Professor, dang it, so close. Florian says hello. Mark, hello. Got new mythic and gem chest finally. Alright. Yeah, I don't have it, you know, I don't have a solid opinion on it yet because I don't have it yet. I've just seen it on paper. All I know is we have a ton of dragons, and the developers love to put out dragons because they know everybody loves them, and they're just gonna helicopter out of bed and fumble F their way, you know, and just get it. They're not even gonna think about it. Yeah, they're just gonna go get it because it's a dragon, and they know that. Dragons and pets, shiny and starry, dragons and pets. We should make a song because that's their model. Like, they know that's what we want. For some reason, we all love dragons and pets, so they're gonna keep putting out dragons, even though we already have 2 purple dragons that probably do it better. But we're gonna see. I'll let y'all know how I feel about it. It doesn't look bad, so I'm not coming into this thinking it's bad. I'm gonna try to be positive, but I just, at the moment, I'm like, when are we win? Like, why wouldn't you use the Gem Dragon? Why wouldn't you use the Cosmic Dragon? Why wouldn't you use Stella? Why wouldn't you use Diamantina? Is it a very, very, like, tight restriction once a year? Like, that's not, like, worth blowing all your keys to go get something that you're going to use once a year. You know what I'm saying? So, we'll see, though. Maybe it's really, really good. Maybe it loops every single time I cast it. It's a 1-to-1 boost ratio, so it's not, like, going to hit. Let's take a look. Something a lot of people should worry about, but it is a thing. 24 blue, purple, brown. Damon Dragon. So 50% start would be a Essentia, which you know how Essentia is. No start for Damon. Deal damage to all enemies boosted by blue and purple gems. Create 9 to 13 purple gems. Now, if it was doing 13 every single time, that would be cool. If the boost ratio was on the purple gems, that would be cool. But if it throws that 9, you're probably not going to loop. Oh no, my internet connection quality is currently not sufficient to broadcast gameplay. I hope that's not true. Sometimes that happens, and we're still alright. So let me just sit here and let it simmer. I did get a, I gotta say this early. I got a dono from Mike D. So shout out to Mike D. You're a freaking legend, bro. Really, really appreciate it. You're running out there, rag in your back pocket, butt crack a showing. Mike D. Thank you so much, man. He did it in the reminder. Yeah, we got Juan, wonderful. We got Funky Town. Thank you so much, y'all. We have a leap year, so we do have an extra day in February, but usually February is my low month, so getting it started early definitely helps out a ton. But Juan has been a member for 11 freaking months, almost a whole year. Funky Town with the 2, running out there to help Mike D. Juan says, I want to help too. And we're right there. We got it started. We started it again. We're running the oil through it. We're getting the battery on. Like, it's starting. We're not going to let it just rot. All right, let's see what y'all are saying while let's let this internet settle down, and then we'll go get this dragon. Thumbnail was funny, I know. See, it's like a cartoon. I don't think anybody had a problem with it. It's a freaking cartoon. I didn't have any curse words on there. I was just describing the situation, and through my eyes, that's how I see it. You know, you guys remember Charlie Brown? She puts the football out there. He runs to kick it. She pulls the football back every time, but he keeps running up to kick it. That's how I feel. That's how I feel. If you're over there doing that, you're Charlie Brown, and there's a bunch of milk cartons sitting nearby with missing mythics on it that were once called the best ever. The best ever! Infinite 8 million damage. But, nope, she's pulling it out. Lucy, pulling that football, and you just keep trying to kick it, and you keep falling on your butt. But you keep getting up and trying to kick it again. I don't get it. You think you'd remember from the last time, but it's okay. It is what it is. So, a little cartoon. No big deal. Allie's here. Funky Town. Mrs. Insane Witch. Kenji says, Cinny, the chat was on members only mode and I couldn't say anything for 75 minutes. Oh, I'm so sorry, dude. That's because of the thumbnail. I didn't want any, you know, person coming in. Like, I was sleeping while it was up. So I didn't want anybody to, like, come in and, like, spam it. So I just wanted members in there and, like, make them pay for it if they want to spam it, you know? Allie with the gifted, running out to help. Now it's definitely revving, and we're revving it up trying to annoy the neighbors. Lego Man says it kind of works with Mandragora for anyone who is just starting to get the Friday Mythics. It's the beginning of a team at least. Yeah, you know, you got all week. I always say that. So let's not helicopter out of bed, helicopter emojis. Let's not helicopter out of bed, you know. Let's not fumble F to our controller and, oh, gotta hurry up and get it. No, you don't have to. You don't have to. It's going to be there tomorrow. It's going to be there the next day. It's going to be there Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Like, it's there. You can't even get anything else. So the only one you can get is this, and you have a whole week to do it. So there's no reason to run out of bed at 4 a.m. in the morning and get this dragon before you know what it is. So you're going to blow all your keys, and then you're not going to be able to get the next one. What if the next one's better? What if the next one's the Wild King or something? Or Ironhawk, and you just blew all your keys on this one, which is probably mid. You don't want to blow all your keys on a mid mythic when you could, like, we never know what's coming up. Could be Ironhawk, could be the Wild King, could be something like that. That's why you save your keys. If you're not getting every single new mythic every single month, like you're not a high-level player that just knows they're going to get it, no matter what, they're getting it every single month. If you're not that person, and sometimes you miss, and sometimes you get them, and sometimes you miss, and sometimes you get them, there's a period of time where you have to save your keys. You have to pass on mythics like this. You have to. Because if you do that, and you save your keys, and you pass on mythics, like mid-mythics, pass on mids, you pass on crappy ones, you pass on mids, you pass on crappy ones, you're eventually going to have a stack of keys that just can't be denied, and you'll just get every single one going forward from there. And everybody has to do it. Mommy, why aren't you going to school? Mommy already went to school, you know? I already skipped mythics. I already saved my keys. I already got so many that I can't be denied, and now I'm going to get every single new one. But you have to do that at some point. You can't just throw your 500 keys and expect to get it every single month. That doesn't happen. And even if it does, you're going to waste all your 500 keys getting a mid-mythic when there could be a good one the next month or the month after that. And you could have saved those 500 keys, added them to the next 500, add them to the next 500, add them to the next 500. I don't know why people get so excited and run to their game to try for these mid-mythics. Just because they're new. And it's a dragon. But yeah, we're going to see, though. It could be amazing. I'm not trying to poop on it. I'm just like in general. In general. Because we've had some... Hey, thank you, Allie, for the gems. But let's go do an opening. Your best bet is usually your guild chest seals. If you're on chest level 6. So if you're in a good guild and you're on chest level 6, then this is the best spot. It gives you the best chance. If your guild isn't on chest level 6, consider getting into a better guild. Or wait till Sunday. Maybe your guild just makes it. Maybe they don't make it until Sunday to that level, chest level. So, you know, you gotta make sure you're on chest level 6 before you're doing this. Unless it's just impossible, your guild only gets to chest level 4, and it's your best bet, and you have tons of keys and seals, and you're just gonna do it anyway. But consider getting to a better guild if that's the case. Glory keys are not the best. They're probably the hardest way to get it, but they also drop gems. So if you're low on gems and you have a bunch of glory keys, it's not a bad thing to do as a high-level player. So guild seals is good for low-level players. You want to hurry up and get it and not waste a bunch of resources. If you're just trying to get it, give yourself the best chance. Use the guild seals. If you're a high-level player who is running out of gems and has all the keys and all the mythics, and you're just getting this new mythic, you might want to do glory keys, because you get gems from glory keys. You don't get gems from gem keys. You don't get gems from glory keys, or guild seals, sorry. You do get them from glory keys. Gem keys, it's the second best way. Guild chests are the best. Gem keys are the second best, but they don't drop gems. It's pretty much all they're useful for is getting mythics, though. So, you know, if you want to use them for their intended purpose, then use your gem keys. But you're not going to get any gems, even though it shows gems there. There's no gems. You cannot get it out of gold keys, so don't even try. You cannot get it out of event keys, so don't even try. Event keys are only the Kingdom of the Weak. Only Shintang troops are going to drop from those event keys. That's like one of the biggest mistakes you can make. You're sitting here opening your event keys trying for the new mythic. It's impossible. That's a terrible mistake. Please don't make that mistake. Save your event keys for something good. Save it for Adana. Save it for Zalkari. Save it for Zhejian. Save it for a good kingdom. Don't waste them thinking you're going to get the new mythic, because you won't. It's not in there at all. It's impossible. And then, you know, VIP keys, if you happen to have some of those are pretty good too. Probably one of the better times to use them would be right now if you have them. But, yeah, cannot get it out of shiny, of course. So, main thing, if you want to have the best chance, guild seals. If you want to get some gems while you're doing it, but have the worst chance, glory keys. And if you just want to use your keys for their intended purpose, then gem keys. But you won't get gems, and guild seals are a higher rate and will happen faster. So let's do glory keys, because I do need gems. We'll just use a little bit. The Midnight Queen. Ooh, 23 gems. Frost Feather and 13 gems. Crimson Bat and 3 gems. Allie with the gifted. Oh, look, I got it. Holy crap. I got it with 700 glory keys. That's crazy. Deal damage to all enemies boosted by blue and purple gems. Create 9 to 13 purple gems. Reduce damage from skulls by 30%. Reduce damage from spells by 25%. Gain 2 magic when matching purple. Okay. Well, that was very lucky. That's probably the best luck I've ever had. Because I used glory keys, which is the hardest one to get the mythic from, and I only used like 700 and something. 750. Didn't even use 1,000. So my luck is turning, I guess, this morning to better luck. I should have just let's do dragons. Base rarity. And so got the Void Dragon. It's blue, purple, and brown. Let's compare it to the other purple dragons. But first, let's upgrade it. Gotta upgrade it first, because we can't compare it without upgrading it. Alright, so we had Mike, and then Juan, and then Funky Town. No, Mike, and then Funky, and then Juan, and then Allie. So we're revving it up. Making it pop, making it crack, making a fart noise with our fart can on the back of our train here. Alright, now we got 40 damage to all enemies, boosted by blue and purple gems, create 9 to 13 purple gems. So at least it's both. Like, I didn't think... I was thinking purple at first. I'm like, oh, wow, what if there's, like, 20 purple? That only adds, like, 20 damage. But if there's 20 purple and 20 blue, then that would add, like, 40. Still, that's only 80 to all enemies. Is that a lot? No. But we got to get it into battle to really see it. But we can compare it to other troops here. Like Luna, 101? Are you kidding me? Deal 101 damage to all enemies. 10% chance for an extra turn boosted by purple gems. Holy crap, 101. Blue, purple, brown. Are you kidding me? Blue, purple, brown. This thing is nuts. What the heck? Oh, are you kidding me? Look, this thing is just better in every single way. Reduce damage from skulls by 30%. It's got it. They both got it. Reduce spell damage by 55%. 25. One, do all skills when matching purple gems. At least it does it straight to magic and it's 2, but holy cow, 40. Am I missing something? It's the exact same coloration as Luna. Why would you ever use the Void Dragon instead of Luna? Unless it's like a daemon restriction, which is like a doomed book. You got your doomed book and you're going to go use it once a year. The Void Dragon, you might... Let's look at daemons then. How about that? Will it ever be used as a daemon? Maybe, maybe, maybe. Elamagrim, 47 damage to all enemies. Create 9 purple gems boosted by burning enemies. At least it has a boost ratio on its purple. But it's the same thing. Are you kidding me? It's like a slightly better Elamagrim. 40, it doesn't even have as much damage as Elamagrim. 47. 40. It's going to be boosted, but even if you have 20 and 20 on the board, it's going to do 80. And then, you know, Luna does 101 out the box. So 1 less mana cost than Elamagrim. Less damage than Elamagrim. This is, the purple gem spawn is boosted instead of the damage. So much more likely to loop, probably. Because all you need is 4 purple gems on the board. Or no, you need 4 burning enemies. Okay. Well, this gets the top end of Void Dragons. Void Dragon does 9 to 13 purple. If you have 4 burning enemies, you're going to do 13 every time instead of 9 to 13. So this has the top end of the Void Dragon's gem spawn. As long as you have 4 burning enemies, which is the only reason you would use Elamagrim, is if you're going to burn all the enemies. Because then you're always doing that 13. Which 13 isn't even really enough to loop. And Void Dragon does 9 to 13. Its top end is the... You need 14. That's when it starts to loop better. Is when you hit 14, 15, 16. But I would use... This thing does more damage. This thing does more damage. This thing does more damage. She would probably hit for more damage. That does more damage. I mean, we gotta boost it, but... I just don't see when we're ever gonna use it, unfortunately. But we'll try. Let's try to make a team. Where would we take it? Like, what would we do? I usually go to, like, I don't know, explore or something, just to get the idea. Like, what's it gonna do compared to other things? Like, watch this real quick. Watch this. Let's do this. Hold on. Got Nisha on? Okay. Let's just remember what Diamantina does real quick. This is Diamantina. This isn't even Stella. I still need Stella. Are you gonna show? You're gonna like make me do 3 shots here, Diamantina? Come on. Usually does it. There we go. 2 shots. Battle over. Two shots. Battle over. Okay. Let's go make a the Void Dragon team. I gotta find a team. Definitely don't need a soul farming team. Let's get rid of this. Go dragon. What's the other purple one? So Luna's way better, it looks like, so far. Like, in my opinion, so far. Does anybody disagree? Let me know. We can have a conversation about it. I'm not 100% sure. Where's the other purple dragon? MYTHIC. 63. ×2 boost ratio. This thing's always going to hit harder and always have a better chance at looping, probably. You have either one of the other. And the crazy thing is, Luna uses the same exact colors, and Luna hits way harder. So if you have a Luna, which a lot of us got like 4 Lunas, because for some reason that's the one that pops up the most. I know at least a couple people that got a bunch of Lunas as their Cosmic Dragon. So that means the Void Dragon is obsolete for those people. Just use Luna. If you want to use something like the Void Dragon, just use Luna. This one's better too if you have MYTHIC. It's better. It's got a Dark Storm on it. Purple Storm on it. Gives 2 magic. Just like it. Hits harder. I just don't see why we would ever use the Void Dragon so far. You can't put it with Luna because they use the same exact colors. It's going to never get up. You're never going to cast it. Why would you use it? You can't put it with Luna either because it's not going to get up. You never put 2 damage dealers with the same exact coloration on a team. Unless you're doing the same, like you're doing Luna, Luna, or Tesla, Tesla, or something. Diamantina, Diamantina. Well, we'll start with that. And you know how it goes usually. You'll do like Wand of Stars and Thrall and Essentia, or Wand of Stars, Thrall, and Leprechaun. Or so people you might as well do Luna. People were saying Lazara, like to do the Storm. Could try that. Like give it its best chance to. Let's go down to Lazara and just maybe put her on the team. That'll help us. It also hits all enemies. Madness Storm, which I think is purple and blue. I'm not 100% sure, because sometimes the Storm does not match the coloration of the troop. Like, is it Tink or something? One of them, I don't know if, she might have a, we'll see. I always forget what those storms are, like the Madness Storm and we'll try it. Then, so, boosted by blue and purple gems. Alright, maybe, I don't know, let's do Thrall. Where are you at, Thrall? And then I'll take y'all's teams, you know? If you guys have any teams for it, let me know. I'll make my team, and then, can look at your teams. Where are you at, Thrall? Always H-I. Come on. There you are. Then I'm thinking maybe Duskbringer, because we got all purple troops. It's another damage dealer. You might want to go Wand. I think Thrall's going to get everybody up, though. We'll be alright. We probably need more damage. This thing's not going to kill anything. Maybe a doomed weapon that turns purple to Doom Skull? Like, at least this uses green, I guess? Let's try this, maybe. We're going to try to loop back into it. And then if anything else gets left over, we'll go to the Dustbringer, which is also hitting all enemies. We're going to have to go heavy into purple. Thief class. Purple Storm, 50% start. You know the deal. And then Banner is all purple. And, maybe blue. Like this. Just see what it does. You know, maybe it'll amaze me. Maybe it has a broken, bugged boost ratio and it'll go crazy. Maybe maybe it'll spawn way more gems than I thought or something. I don't know. I just don't. Just Luna makes it obsolete, and then Amethylos, Elamagrim. $85. See how hard this hits. Probably less. 74 death marks. Hits harder than Dustbringer. 92. So 3 shots. You gotta take everything I'm saying, and it depends where you are in the game, right? So if you're a high-level player, you're never gonna use this thing. If you're a mid-level player and you happen to have Stella or Diamantina or Amethylos or Luna, you're probably never going to use this thing. If you're a beginner and you got it with like barely any keys, you might use it. It's like a dragon for beginners. But we'll take some teams. We'll take... Uh-oh, this could be bad news, boys and girls. There's nothing... Oh, no. Come on, dude. I might have to restart the stream, but don't let me out of this. Phew! It sucks when you're streaming on PlayStation. If your game goes down, you're done. We'll let it settle down for a second. I'll read the chat. I've been ignoring it. Going crazy about how crappy this is. Dr. Mop says, hi, all lurking. I like this new Mythic. I'll catch up on what I've missed later. I'm here now. I feel like everybody wants to like a new Mythic. Nobody ever wants to hear that, like, it's bad. Everybody wants it to be good. That's like your instinct. When you wake up and there's a new Mythic, you want it to be good. And you're already thinking, like, I hope it's good. Because everybody is. I'm hoping it's good, too. I just don't see why you would ever use it so far. Chad's here. Sky says, too late. Dragon must get it. Mark says, I helicopter Cindy. I can't lie. My bad. Hey, you got it with, like, very little keys, so that's fine. Didn't you get it with, like, 500 keys or something? That's pretty good. If I was in control of your account, I probably would have said, hey, don't blow your keys on it, but you got to save at some point, is all. Professor says the next one looks decent. March 1st, Friday. I'll have to look at it. Sauna with the gifted. Thank you so much. Turning that music up, baby. We got the Taylor Swift going. Shake it off. Bumping it. Parking lot DJ. Sliding in sideways with all our doors open. Going in to get our scratchers and leaving the car on. The music up. Supernova. Supernova got it for 3K glory keys. Nice. Do karate on that like button, everybody. I gotta find my spot. Mark says first gem drop Supernova and I got it lucky. Yeah, if you were lucky, there's no problem. You good. Neophyte's here. With dinners. Dr. Mop says, I see a reflection in your future. Neo says, there is literally no way I'm touching these new dragons. That's going to take forever to get. Mark says, well, I was happy to get Void Dragon. Now, I'm sorry. Professor says, yeah, put PIA Dragonite for Luna. To be happy, Mark, only one for Midnight. I'm glad you got it. Yeah, I mean, it's the only one for Midnight. That's the last thing you should be thinking about, though, especially as a beginner. Neo says, Luna is worth grabbing. In my opinion, dragons are strong, but not all. Hey, if you like this one, I can give you a way, way better. Go get Luna. Way better. Go get it. Rich Kaufman's here. Dr. Mop says, I like this new dragon. It gives everyone a chance to have a decent dragon. Mine was doing over 120 damage and looping. Well, how was yours doing 120? Mine was doing like 80. Need purple. $84. Sit 95. Remember the somebody shows up with a super awesome van with 18 seats in it, but you're waiting for the jacked up truck? You got to save your money. Just because it's this cool van that has can fit 18 people in it, doesn't mean you should wait for the thing you're actually saving up for, something good, like a jacked up truck. So I haven't seen it hit 100 yet on mine, and I got like all the stats. But maybe I'm doing something wrong. Let me know what your team is. Professor says Weapon, Thrall, Void, Lazara. Dr. Mop says if you have the dragons you said, then maybe imagine being a mid to low level player. Yeah, that'd be good. That's what I was saying. Eventually, you're going to never use it again, though. So just know that going into it. It's like a placeholder. Maybe. We'll see, you know. I know I'm always the poop on everybody's parade guy. Why'd I take yellow? There's nothing. Come on. Green. Just need purple. We got a purple storm. Come on. There we go. 86. Did not loop. Oh no, maybe. You gotta like look at your board. That kind of counts. 87. Didn't loop. Enemy got the turn. $92. Looped that time. And then it finished them off. Yeah, like in a vacuum, let's say none of the other dragons exist. This would probably be like a B tier mythic, maybe. So that's what you gotta do. You gotta like forget about all the other troops. If you want to like really say what you think about this new mythic, you gotta take everything off the table and just say what you think about it in a vacuum. And it's like a B. It's not bad. But let's see what happens. Maybe let's just, you know, let's put the exact. Maybe it won't loop. Maybe it'll hit not as hard as I thought, you know. My opinion can change by the end of the stream. This is my first impression. Be curious to see what Tacit said about it, because I haven't, you know, I don't watch anybody else's stuff until I make mine. So I don't want to have the same opinion. Let's see what this does. If this isn't, you know, hitting harder and looping too. Oh my goodness, 141. $143. Let's try this one again. Even if somebody's is hitting for 120, this is hitting for 140. Mine was only hitting for like 80. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. Um... 146. But it's not really looping, though. Convert 5 purple gems to purple dragon gems. So the other one loops better. We'll have to, like, time the battles. Let's try this one more time. Yeah, the new dragon's looping decently. It misses, but it doesn't miss. You know, it hits it like 50% of the time, I'd say. So far for me. Yeah, this one's not looping. I can say that for sure. This one's not looping. It's just hitting way harder. So the battle's over pretty quick. Alright, let's try MYTHIC. I'll try them all against each other just to see who's got the best out of all of them. Stella, there's really literally no reason to ever use the Void Dragon. Unless it's a Daemon restriction. Cost anything? We'd probably have to go with a pure... Like, I'd have to change the team a little bit, too. Like, these need more of a pure purple storm. You know? It's kind of not fair to them, because I'm dropping blues and purples. For these dragons, we would have to go straight up purple storm. But once again, I'm casting them twice where, you know, the Void Dragon I had to cast 3 times. But let's see, this leaves you, like, you don't have to use Lazara, right? I want to try something. Alright, now let's take that storm out. Now we'll just have literally just purple. That way we can see if MYTHIC can loop or not. Because with all the blue in there, it's not really a fair comparison. No, I didn't do it there. But we got this. I didn't do it again. So it's definitely better at looping. Oops. Alright, one more time, and then we'll go back to the actual dragon we're supposed to be using. And you guys can give me some teams and stuff. Sounds like I'm pooping on it, but I do think it's like a B tier. It's not bad. In my opinion can go... I got a whole week to form my opinion. Nobody has to get it today. Nobody should, like... You know what I'm saying? The best thing to do is not get it. You can't go back. If you get it, if you throw all your keys are gone. The best thing you can do is not go for it today. Get a bunch of different opinions. Watch a bunch of different people use it. Form your opinion. If you're just jumping out the window, helicoptering out of bed, you can't go back. You can't go back from that. You just wasted. All your keys are gone. The smartest thing to do is to not do that. To save your, you know, and get it tomorrow. Get it the next day. Get it the day after that. Why do we have to get it today? There's no reason. What's the reason we have to get it today? That's my question. Those big purples blowing up from Thrall, a lot of mana. But it's not looping, that's for sure. How hard is this hitting? Oh no. Very similar, though. Alright, let's go back to the actual dragon. After this, let's do the boss chest, and then we'll go back to the Void Dragon. You're gonna do it once. 121. Probably could have cast Dustbringer there. I'm just trying the dragon though. 121. What if we get a Horde Mimic Mythic? Be funny. Alright, let's go back to the other one, the real one. The real Mythic. The one that's out today. We'll put Lazara back on because I kind of like that. So I'll show you the team code. It does loop. I like the looping of it. Definitely looping way more than Amethylos or Luna, which I wasn't sure. Definitely a positive. The damage isn't it. You know, the damage is the only thing. Yeah, the damage. The Void Dragon. Just let me know, like, here's what I always ask. Couple months from now, just let me know, are you still using it? Because there's other dragons you could be using. And once the new car smell wears off, you let me know. And we'll see. I think it's a nice little B tier so far. We need purple. We need purple, come on. Purple or... purple. Let's go. We're gonna loop. 84. Looped. An 89. Looped. 89 again. Looped. Dang, yeah. I don't know. I'm liking it more. Liking it more every time I use it. I need Dragonite. I need Stella, then I'll never need anything else. I'll just use Stella for everything. That's gonna suck, right? I'll never have to think again. I just use Stella on everything going after I get it. Next month is a way better Mythic. Naga with true damage and board control mana. It will loop even better. Hey, you too, Pero. I would rather start, like, not liking it and then it grow on me and me liking it than me to just jump out like, oh, it's awesome, everybody get it. Because I could... It's way worse if a bunch of people blow a bunch of keys on the first day than if you wait and get it the second day or the third day. So I usually come in saying, you know, hold on, hold up, hold your horses, you know, hold on, let's try it, hold on, yeah. That's the better way, it's the smarter way, that's the better way to do it. You can always throw your keys. It's not a race to see who can get the dragon first. No one even knows. Like, after we're out of here, no one remembers who got it for how much or what or nothing. Didn't really loop that time because it didn't get its mana back. But, you know, it's still my turn, which is good. Which, that kind of counts. That kind of counts as a loop right there because still my turn. So, that counts. Did it again. Yeah, like, once it gets going, man, it definitely can loop. You're filling that board up with a bunch of purple, and then, like, it keeps going. Get the pet food, I guess. B plus? I'm maybe B plus? It's going up, it's going up. Purple, blue, and green. Purple. The more times it loops for me, the more I like it. 87. Looped. 92. Looped. Ooh, I hit 100 there. Looped. And done. Maybe one of your guys' team will really put me over the hump. It's growing on me. It's growing on me. Remember the Diamantina team, though? 2 shots and they're dead. Would I sit here and actually use this team? That's what I'm thinking. Would I sit here and actually do this ever? Probably not. When am I ever going to use the Void Dragon instead of Diamantina or instead of Stella? That's what I gotta think in my head. I can't just say, wow, it loops, and it's doing it, and it's good. I gotta think about everything else. And would I? Like, truthfully, am I really gonna use this? Am I ever gonna use it going forward? Truthfully. When I could just plug Diamantina in here and do 2 shots and win. Like, the looping is nice, but it still takes a minute to get through all the looping and the shooting it 4 or 5 times. Still takes a minute to do that. When Diamantina's crushing Explorer 12 in 2 shots, and Stella's crushing Explorer 12 in 2 shots, and PvP in 1 or 2 shots. You still gotta cast it 4 or 5 times to get the job done. But if you don't have Diamantina and you don't have Stella, it makes it much better. Which there's probably a lot of people out there that don't have those 2, so it's a valid argument. But you should definitely work towards getting Diamantina and Stella because they're both really, really, really good. And you need to have them. And Stella is OP and overbuffed, and like they went crazy with Stella. They went crazy with it. They went too far. Like, Stella is too good. So if you have Stella, you are never going to use this. I pretty much guarantee it. Unless there's a weird random daemon restriction. That's it. Stella uses all the colors, too, so it's not like, well, if we have purple, or, well, we have blue, or, well, we have brown. No, it uses all the colors, so there's no ever a time. There's never, ever a time. Daemon is the only thing on this entire card that would make it be used ever. If you have Stella. If you don't have Stella, though, like, I'm liking this for some people. Like, I'm liking it more and more for Mark, who got it. Like, if you have these, Mark, like, throw, you know, or we'll do some other teams, but it's growing on me because of the looping. Like, I didn't think it would loop like that, like, as good. I was thinking, like, 9 purple. Is it really going to loop if it does 9? And then, but it just, like, keeps throwing more and more and more purple and blue on the board, and it's like, the more times you cast it, the more times it's going to loop, and the harder it's going to hit, and, but yeah. Definitely on the more positive side now. I'm liking it. Let's see what y'all are saying. You guys have had more time with it than me for sure. So this is my first 30 minutes of using it. Yeah, market loops. Sky says Amythelos. Neophyte says if I was going to do a new game, my order would be try this. 1 magic, 2 attack, and 3rd armor. Last health is an upgrade order and only get the basics that are strong. In early beginning, not waste resources. For sure. Yep, that's how you do it. There's a lot of troops you just don't need because you're going to always use Rowan, and then you're always going to use like Gob Truffle, and then as soon as you get something else, it's Tesla, and then you don't need as many troops as you think you do. Use who in a combo? I just don't like the Void Dragon has the same exact mana colors as Luna. Yeah, maybe if you do like Stella. Like, Stella loops for itself. It doesn't need help looping, so. And it does enough damage to where you would never cast anything else. So I'm not going to put like the Void Dragon with Stella. I'm going to do everything I can to get Stella up and then have it looping and then get it up again because it hits harder and it loops. Dr. Mop says I haven't got Diamantina and I'm over level 1400. Screw Dragonite. This will wipe the smirk off a few people's faces and I'm loving it. Hey. Yeah, I like this dragon for Dr. Mops too. I like it for Dr. Mops. I like it for Mark. You don't have it either, Professor? Luna is a perk. Dr. Mop says I put this with my purple gem dragon, leprechaun, and Essentia. Elder Dragon does Madness Storm too? We got, I can't say your name there. Anuda something? Thrall, Void, Lazara. Yeah, that's what I got going on. Neo says I have a few friends over on this game, a little lower level. None of them has Mythic, but they are still hitting very hard since I told them what to aim for. Now they call me Saint Switch. Well, there you go. Could be okay for early TOD next week. If you don't have Stella and you don't have Diamantina, yeah. Whatever storm is last is what. So this one's hitting last. This is the very last thing it checks for is the unstable mind. So it's in order of operation. So if this had a storm, it would get overwritten by anything on this, which would get overwritten by anything on this, which would get overwritten by anything on this. Then it goes down the enemy's team. So sometimes you can't even control what storm there is because the enemy has a storm. You know what I mean? Like, it checks from top to bottom, the storms. So if you put her in last slot, her storm's always going to be the one that you get. Unless the enemy has a weird storm. Like, you'll see a Valraven sometimes, and there'll be, like, a random purple storm. You guys ever seen that? When you're trying to do, like, a green team or a red team or something, and you have, like, this random purple storm. Well, that's because there's a Valraven on the enemy's team, and it gets priority over you because it checks from top to bottom. Then it goes to the enemy, and it checks from top to bottom. Anita, gifted! Thank you so much. Neo says Archmagus with Lightning Strike or Thief as a sneaky goblin, 50% mana. I'm way behind in the chat, so give me a chance here. The damage is like 80 for me. Somebody said 120, but it's not hitting that hard for me. But it's looping, so you get to do 80 and then 80 and then 80 and then 80. Like, it's pretty nice. You're in the kitchen cooking, so you have to be not to burn stuff. Mark went Lunarian, Void Dragon. Third trait, so maybe Purple Storm better than Madness. Dragon hits for more damage every time you match purple. Maybe there's a magic buff for more dragons. It's less mana than Cosmic Dragons. Those got buffed, Mark, so they're definitely stronger, but you get this loop. They may not get a move. Yep. Nice work, Rich Coffin. 10k guild seals. Level 1100, I do have Lunarian. I think the Void Dragon loops better, and you're at lower level, so it's probably better. I think the Void Dragon's better for you. Ruben Taylor says Infernal Volge, Weapon, Void, Elamagrim, and Oniros. Yeah, you guys, I'm still reading chat where I probably was